Hello once again, Eridos here, and we are here for yet another review. Today we will be looking at the My Little Pony Equestria Girls Minis Adagio Dazzle. Now then, as you can see, it's just under Equestria Girls now, but this is still part of the Minis line, although it does look like this third wave is dropping the Minis logo and just calling it part of the Equestria Girls. I also want to note that the packaging has changed a little. Now they have the little pony thing, which is not even canon to what she is. I mean, she's a siren, not a pony. Anyway, on the back here, oh, yeah, we'll get to what I have in my hand later. Back here we have the CGI look for it. I really do not like how the feet look in the CGI. They just look like stumps. They don't actually look like feet. She actually does have heels in there, so I don't know why. Anyway, we're going to get around to opening it. I'm going to use my X-Acto knife to try and open this packaging as carefully as possible. And unfortunately, I think my X-Acto knife is starting to dull a little. Okay, that's one side down. This next portion I'm going to have to be very careful of. If you want me to open this with a sword like I did with my unboxing video, yeah. I save that for just unboxing videos, not for these reviews. There we go. Okay, put the cap back on my X-Acto knife here. We'll take her out. And there is a major difference between these and previous mini releases. All third wave come with the much wanted base. Yeah, I'll explain why the bases are so important later. Anyway, I just gotta get her out of here. Okay, excuse the brief cut there. While I was getting her out of the packaging, I knocked down the camera. So I just took her out of her packaging. I have her on display here on her little stand, as you can see. So while she's out, we'll do some size comparisons here. Here she is next to a Warrior Class RID, Megatronus, little about the same size as a Warrior Class or Deluxe Class. Here's a, oh, don't mind the ding, that was just my phone. Here is a Scout Class Wheelie. A little taller than the Scout class. Here she is next to Guardians of Harmony Shining Armor. These feel to be about the same quality of plastic, except this one has a kind of a powdery feel to it. Not really sure why. Joint tolerances also feel about the same, and I'll explain that a little later. Let's see, here's a Figuarts. I guess that could be to scale. I mean, Lord Varys isn't short at all, if I recall. And here's a Wave 2 release of Sunset Shimmer. And as you can see, that's why we needed the bases. These things don't really stand too well on their own for multiple reasons. First of all, being their feet are kind of small, so it's really easy to knock them over, especially with those big heavy heads of theirs. And also the joint tolerances of these things, because sometimes you get really tight joints on these, and sometimes you get very loose joints on these things. The reason, and it's not really like a difference between different characters either. It seems to be across a line. You don't know what kind of joint tolerances you're going to get with each one. I mean, I know someone who picked up several of the Fall Formal Flash Sentries, which is the only Flash Sentry in the line. He basically customized them for a Suicide Squad Joker. Oh, hang on a minute. I better look at that or else it's just going to keep dinging at me. Okay. as I was saying, he customized one for a Suicide Squad Joker. He customized one for the David Tennant Doctor. He customized one for his own custom Discord. He made one into a human version of Bill Cipher. And then he also made one into David Bowie from Venture Brothers, which is kind of an interesting way to do all these customs. But this point is that he picked up a lot of Flash Sentries. They're all the same mold, but they all had different joint tolerances. Some were really good with the knees and hips, and some were fairly poor in the knees and hip area. So yeah, your mileage may vary on all these figures. Now then, I'm going to pop her off the base here. And seriously, Hasbro, sell these separately for people who own the Wave 1s and Wave 2s, because they don't stand on their own very good. In fact, my Pinkie Pie is basically just balanced against the wall in order to even stand up. Anyway, posability, her hips are somewhat universal, although they are locked in certain positions. Her knees, yeah, these knees feel pretty solid. At least this one does. This one also. Her shoulders are also universal. They do tend to click like a faux ratchet, but her elbows also have kind of a faux ratchet too. No wrist. Her head is on a ball joint, and you get some pretty decent range considering that giant bit of hair on her back. Now let's see. The skirt, as you can see right there, is just pegged in together, so you can actually take her skirt off. I don't know why you would. Now let's see if she can stand on her own. Yeah, she can't really stand on her own. Now then, for accessories, this little hair piece comes right off, revealing the ears. I like how it just covers up the ears. These wrist spikes are also just clipped on, as you can see right there. And she also comes with her microphone, which had a little bit of sculpting on it, so let's see if it clips in. This thing was rubber band in her hand when it came in the package, so yeah, it clips in there pretty good, but it might pop out. I'm gonna just put her right back on her included base. And yeah, there we go. Now then, as you can see, the design is based on her final battle appearance, not her casual appearance for most of the second movie, Rainbow Rocks. But it is a fairly decent representation of the character. In fact, a lot better than the doll, which had some very limited articulation in one arm for the singing gimmick she had, and not to mention the way the microphone clips in the hands. And also, she was a very rare find to get. In fact, I believe this one was also probably going to be a very hard one to find. I mean, there was only one of these at the Toys R Us we looked at. So, anyway, that is my review, and I hope to see you guys again next video. Goodbye.